Well, let's bring in my studio guest, Nigel Nelson. Nigel, what do you make of this assassination attempt? It must be terrifying.
I mean, it hardly sort of enhances peace around the world, does it? I think that John Bolton's main point there was that this is actually an act of war. And in a sense, we've been through that with the Salisbury poisonings, that when the Russians tried to did poison Sergei and Yulia Skripal, that was a warlike act. When Dawn Sturgis, an innocent British citizen, then died, that became an act of war. When a state is trying to assassinate former officials in the administration, in the US administration, clearly that's an act of war too. So it just means that every time we go a step nearer to having some kind of rapprochement with Iran, things like this taken another step away.
And obviously we need to talk about what he said right there at the end with regards to President Trump, because it's staggering for us in this country to see this level of investigation going on by the FBI on a former president.
Yes, and obviously Donald Trump says that's politically motivated. I think I was interested in what John Bolton said at the end, that he probably wouldn't run. That there is always a sort of question about, would he go a second time? Certainly support's out there. You can see that every time he holds a rally, it's a full house, so he would actually do that. But I can see that the point that he wouldn't want to be the one who had lost, at least for a second time. So it might be his ego is such that actually when it comes to it, he'll say, sorry folks, I'm not going to do it.
And my question is whether he would actually get the Republican nomination as well.
Well, he may not even get that far, yeah, and that's a question. I think that it'll be interesting to see what happens after the midterms. So let's see where the Republicans are there within the House. But yes, he may not even get the nomination. It's just that you get the feeling from America that he still has that groundswell of support, that for all the various things he did, for all the various things he got wrong, for at one point taking part in trying to actually overthrow the state, still he retains that huge popularity. So you can see the temptation must be to run, but if John Bolton's right, and that would actually, his ego is too big to lose.
And John Bolton said the most picked-on man in politics. What do you reckon?
Well, him and Boris Johnson probably. But yes, I think that Donald Trump is, but it doesn't seem to faze him.